first down throw for Newton. Dancing to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, two guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go! What?
And an alley to run. And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point a piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
On the ball. Hey, check.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton now to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Newton takes it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. After the run, Newton going to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise, because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions, also in the return game. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he?
He certainly is. Every which way you want to go, however you want to package him, I do think his running production will increase in 2018.
On second down, here's Newton. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Michael Brockers in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on, because you might wear the
offense. They work their way back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Throwing on 3rd. Goff eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Gurley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Now a handoff for Gurley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
5, 12, 12, 5, 5. Orange.
They are going for it. Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Goff. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw, Goff. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going to go for it. It's gone. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now on second down, this is Gurley. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? It's patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. For this drive, oh, he's come alive and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Anderson. Anderson a 1st down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. C.J. Anderson, 25 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Buying time to his left. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their dope.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts him back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. After the run, Goff going to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run Anderson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They get it to him running left. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, Gurley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And Zerline's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. I don't see any flags, Charles. And in the final stages, the return touchdown has him an extra point away from tying this up.
You're exactly right. The field is clean. It's going to count.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at that. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now he steps away, airing it out for Olsen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Get it.
Now it's Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
First throw in overtime for Newton. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Being chased out left. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see.